Hi everyone, welcome to Evie's Toy House and take a look. Today we have Trixie. So you know what that means. We're going to be making a new custom pony. We have not done a custom in such a long time. So today is going to be really special. We're going to be making, take a look, Shadow Milk Cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom. Take a look. This sketch was done by one of my favorite artists. You can check her out on Instagram if you want to see more of her work. So over here we have the front of the pony, the right side, the left side, underside of the cape, and here's the top of the cape. Here is the jester hat, and here is the back of the pony. And most importantly, we got the up close look of the eyes. So what do you think? Do you think we can turn Trixie here into Shadow Milk Cookie? Let's give it a try. Let's start by watching the speed painting of the style guide. And that's our pony. So the reason why I picked Trixie is because she is already blue and she has a blue and white tail. As with all my ponies, the first thing I'm going to do is cut the mane off. So I am so sorry, Trixie. Alright, so here she is. Most of the mane is cut off and it's okay to leave a little stub. The next thing I'm going to do is remove the paint on her body. So we have her cutie mark here and also her eyes. And we're going to do that with some acetone. And give it a good swipe and everything just comes off just like that. That's super easy. Now for the eyes. Alright, and here is our blank pony. So the first thing we're going to do is make some clay components. We're going to make the little sleeves here on the hooves. I'm going to be using some original Sculpey clay. We're going to trim it with our crinkle cutter. And then we're going to carefully wrap it around the front hoof. Next, using a heat gun, we're going to cure the clay. Alright, so here's our pony so far. Let's go ahead and do some painting. So we're going to paint this leg white and this leg black. So the right leg is done, but before we paint the black, let's go ahead and add the blue parts. That way it's more likely to show up. So over here on the right leg has 1 diamond and the back leg has 2 diamonds. Alright, so we got all the blue diamonds here. Let's go ahead and paint the rest of the body black. Alright, here is our pony so far. So the whole body is black. We got these blue diamonds on there and we are now ready for the rest of the outfit. So for the outfit, I'm going to use a new type of clay. This is called Nara flower clay. And I thought it's interesting is because when dried, it can bend 360 degrees and twist without breaking. And it's usually used for sculpting flower petals. It also says that you can mix it with oil-based colors and also be painted with water or acrylic paints. Okay, so here is a small piece and it does feel like air dry clay, but a little bit smoother. I'm gonna roll it out. Let's start with 2 triangles. So we have 2 triangles here for the front piece and we're gonna let it air dry. At this point, we're also going to trim the tail. So we're going to cut it much shorter. Now for the collar, we have a long strip and we're going to kind of fold it onto each other into a little crinkle. Now let's paint the eyes. This side it's going to be white. And on this side it's going to be black. We're going to attach pieces of the mane here in the front. Now let's go ahead and attach the hat pieces. Alright everyone, so here is our pony so far. All the clay pieces have dried and we are ready to do the final painting. So here is the hair on this side. Here is the hat. Let's go ahead and paint the cape. So here is the underside of the cape and here is the top of the cape. To make it look special, I'm going to use some metallic blue. And blend it with some pale blue. Let's also paint the collar. So I noticed earlier that this part is actually light blue and not white. So I did paint over it the white and made it light blue. I'm going to go ahead and also make the collar light blue. The hair is also light blue. Okay, so here is the hair so far. I think it's looking really good. And the last thing we need to do is paint the hat. So on the inside, it's going to be black. And on the back side, it's going to be a gradient of blue. So let's start with the blue first. Once again, I'm going to be using a mix of this metallic blue. All right, everyone, we're done. Are you ready? So here is our cookie. Here is Shadow Milk Cookie as a pony. Here's an up-close look at the face. So over here we have the black eyeliner and on the right side is white. We have lots of hair covering the eye on the right side. Down here you can see the little collar, the large fluffy collar with the little medallion. And the sleeves on the front are different colors. On top of the head, we have this kind of a jester hat, and it is very large and very three-dimensional, but I really love the color. Look at that blue. And of course, we have this cape. On the back side, it's just plain black, but on the underside, you can see a blue gradient. And we did keep the tail. We cut it short so that it's not super long. It is cut off before it reaches the floor. And I think it actually matches the drawing pretty well. Alright everyone, this was a really fun custom. It's been such a long time since I've done a custom, so it was a little bit harder than I expected. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my custom, and I'll see you next time. Bye!